Hi, this is Catherine Sweeney for Intellectual Property Law. My topic is to explain the reason why someone might apply for an innovation patent and why they would apply for a standard patent. So the first thing to address is what is a patent. A patent is a legally enforceable monopoly which allows the owner the sole right of exploitation of a specific invention. This can then be used to prevent others from selling, using, manufacturing that product, making the patent holder either the sole manufacturer and seller of the invention or giving them the ability to license the invention to others for a fee. As such, patents can be very commercially valuable depending on the value of the underlying invention. Under Australian law, and specifically the Patents Act of 1990, there are two types of patents available: a standard patent and an innovation patent. What prior to 2000 would have been called a petty patent. A standard patent lasts for 20 years, 25 for pharmaceutical products, and is enforceable from the moment it is granted, whereas an innovation patent lasts only for 8 years and is only enforceable after it's completed an examination process by the IP office. Why then, if the standard patent offers a much longer and immediately enforceable legal protection to an invention, would anyone want to go for an innovation patent? Well, the first reason is that the patents have different criteria to be granted. A standard patent requires that the invention be novel, that it involve an inventive step, and that it be able to be made and used in industry. Novel in this case means new. Something has not been available in the public domain when the patent application was made. And the inventive step means that the invention is a real advance. It's not something that's obvious, it's not something that's incremental, and it's not simply a variation or rearrangement or amalgamation of the previous prior art. The inventive step is really the key requirement that distinguishes a standard patent from an innovation patent. The requirement for an innovation patent is that the innovation must be novel, but it only requires that it have an innovative step, not an inventive step, which is a considerably lower standard to meet. An innovative step requires only that the innovation be of practical significance to the way the invention works, meaning that it cannot be a superficial change, but the innovation need not make a substantial contribution to the working of the invention. An innovation patent is cheaper, it's easier, and it's faster to get, with most being granted within 1 month of application, and the patent fees remain lower over the life of the patent. The innovation patent then is used to protect the making of incremental advances on already existing technology, and for innovations that may have only a limited commercial life. It should be noted, however, that innovation patents are not available for plants or animals or other biological processes. A standard patent will take considerably longer to be granted, at least 6 months and sometimes several years. The fees are higher, but the standard patent is really for those inventions that have a longer commercial life, as the patent will retain its commercial value for 20 years, allowing for the patent owner to have a greater ability to make a return on their invention. The decision over what type of patent to apply for really needs to be made at the patent application stage, because once granted, a patent cannot be transferred. So the key then to determining what type of patent to go for comes down to what the expected commercial life and value of the product is, and the ability to meet the patent criteria, specifically the inventive step standard versus the lower innovative step standard. Thank you very much. Any feedback or comments would be welcome.